The rain pounded against the windows of the sleek Manhattan high-rise as I stumbled out of the company holiday party, my tie askew and my head swimming from one too many whiskey sours. In a haze, I dialed the only number that came to mind. My boss, Alexander Hale, the epitome of corporate ice, whose sharp commands had both intimidated and inexplicably drawn me in for months. Before I could hang up, my slurred voice betrayed me. "Alex, I think I'm in love with you," I blurted, the words hanging in the air like a noose, sealing a fate I never intended. I woke up the next morning with a pounding headache and a vague sense of dread gnawing at my stomach. Sunlight streamed through the blinds of my cramped Brooklyn apartment, illuminating the mess of clothes strewn across the floor from last night's festivities. As I reached for my phone, the memories flooded back in fragments. Laughter at the open bar, colleagues toasting to another successful quarter at Hale Enterprises. And then, that call. My heart sank as I scrolled through my call history. Yes, there it was, a 2-minute conversation with Alexander Hale at 1:47 a.m. What had I said? Oh God, what had I done? I sat up, rubbing my temples, trying to piece it together. Alex to no one really, was the CEO of our mid-sized tech firm, a man in his late 30s with a reputation for being unyieldingly professional. Tall, with sharp features, dark hair always impeccably styled, and eyes that could freeze you in place with a single glance. He'd built the company from a startup in his garage to a powerhouse in app development, and his leadership style was as efficient as it was distant. Rumors swirled about his personal life. Divorced, no kids, and perpetually single, or so the office gossip went. But me, Ethan Ramirez, a 28-year-old junior developer, openly gay but discreet at work, harboring a crush that had started innocently enough. A shared project late one night, his rare smile when I cracked a code bug. I dragged myself to the kitchen, brewing coffee strong enough to wake the dead. The confession replayed in my mind like a bad loop. Had he heard? Laughed it off? Or worse, was he plotting my termination? In a city like New York, where diversity was touted but office romances were taboo, especially with power imbalances, this could ruin everything. I checked my emails, no messages from HR. Texts? Nothing. Maybe it was a dream. But no, the call log stared back accusingly. By noon, I couldn't take the suspense. I texted a colleague, Mia, who had been at the party. "Hey, did I do anything stupid last night?" Her reply came quick. "You mean besides dancing on the table? LOL, but yeah, you vanished early. Everything okay?" No mention of the call. Relief washed over me, but it was short-lived. My phone buzzed with an incoming call from an unknown number. No, wait. It was Alex's personal line. My hand trembled as I answered. "Ethan." His voice was calm, measured, like always. "We need to talk. Come to the office at 2 p.m. Click. No hello, no goodbye. My stomach twisted into knots. Was this it? The end of my career before it really began? The subway ride to Midtown felt eternal, each stop amplifying my anxiety. Hale Enterprises occupied the top floors of a glass tower, a symbol of Alex's success. As I entered the lobby, the security guard nodded knowingly. Did everyone already know? Paranoia gripped me. In the elevator, I rehearsed apologies. "It was the alcohol, sir. I didn't mean it." But deep down, I knew it wasn't entirely a lie. The attraction had been building. His intelligence, his quiet intensity, the way he commanded a room without raising his voice. His office was sparse, modern. A large desk, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Hudson, and not a single personal photo. He sat there, reviewing papers, not looking up as I entered. "Close the door," he said flatly. I did, my heart racing. Finally, he met my eyes, those piercing blue ones that seemed to see through me. "About last night," he began, and I braced for the axe. But instead of firing me, he leaned back, a faint crease forming between his brows. "You were intoxicated. I understand. But your words, they caught me off guard." He paused, choosing his next ones carefully. "Ethan, I'm not. I've never." He trailed off, and for the first time I saw a crack in his armor, a vulnerability that humanized the untouchable boss. We talked, or rather, I rambled apologies while he listened. He didn't reciprocate any feelings, but he didn't dismiss them either. This complicates things, he admitted. The company has policies. Yet, as I left, he added softly, "Let's keep this between us for now." It wasn't rejection, but it wasn't acceptance. It was a door cracked open, and I wondered if I dared step through. Days turned into weeks, and the office dynamic shifted subtly. Alex assigned me to lead a new project, one that required late nights and close collaboration. Was it intentional? Coincidence? Our interactions were professional, but charged with unspoken tension. A brush of hands over blueprints, a lingering gaze during meetings. I caught myself analyzing every word, every gesture. Meanwhile, whispers started in the break room. "Ethan's getting special treatment," one coworker muttered. Mia pulled me aside. "Be careful, dude. Alex is straight as an arrow. His ex-wife still calls sometimes." Straight? The assumption stung, a reminder of societal norms that box people in. But was he? Or was he like so many, hiding in plain sight? One evening, as we worked late, the topic turned personal. "Why me?" I asked boldly, fueled by exhaustion. He sighed, staring out at the city lights. "I've always focused on work. Relationships. They never lasted." He didn't elaborate, but his tone hinted at deeper scars. Divorce, perhaps family expectations. His parents were old-money conservatives from the Midwest, I'd heard. The project deadline loomed, and with it, our proximity intensified. A successful launch party followed, sober this time. As the team celebrated, Alex pulled me aside. "Good work, Ethan." His hand on my shoulder lingered a second too long. Hope flickered, but so did doubt. What if this was just mentorship? Or worse, manipulation? The following Monday, reality crashed in. An anonymous email circulated through the company. "Is our CEO playing favorites? Watch out for the new golden boy in dev." Attached was a blurry photo from the launch party. Alex's hand on my shoulder, our faces close in conversation. Panic spread like wildfire. Whispers turned to stares, and by lunch, HR called me in. "It's come to our attention there might be some impropriety," the rep said delicately. "We take harassment claims seriously." Harassment? I was floored. "It's nothing like that," I protested, but the damage was done. Alex was summoned too, his face a mask of controlled fury. "This is baseless," he declared. The meeting ended with warnings. Maintain professionalism, no special treatment. But the rumor mill churned. Colleagues distanced themselves, fearing association. Mia confided, "Some think you're using your orientation to climb the ladder." The word orientation dripped with judgment, a stark reminder of workplace homophobia. Even in progressive New York, I felt exposed, my personal life weaponized. Alex and I avoided each other, but the tension built. Late one night, he texted, "Meet me at the rooftop bar across the street. 8 p.m. Neutral ground." I arrived to find him nursing a scotch, looking weary. "This is my fault," he said. "I should have shut it down immediately." But as we talked, layers peeled back. He confessed his divorce stemmed from emotional unavailability, pressures from a family that valued appearances over authenticity. "They expect grandkids, a perfect image," he admitted. "I've never explored other possibilities." My heart ached for him and for us. "Society doesn't make it easy," I replied. "Coming out, even questioning, can cost everything." We shared stories. My coming out in college, the acceptance from friends but rejection from extended family. His, a life scripted by expectations, no room for deviation. That night marked a turning point. We met secretly after work, coffee shops in Queens, walks in Central Park disguised as brainstorming sessions. Closeness grew, tentative touches evolving into meaningful conversations. But secrecy bred paranoia. Was that coworker watching? Did his assistant suspect? Conflict escalated when Alex's ex-wife, Laura, showed up unannounced. Polished and poised, she cornered me in the lobby. "I know about you," she hissed. "He's confused. Don't drag him down." Her words cut deep, implying I was a phase, a mistake. Was I? Doubt crept in. Alex downplayed it. She's bitter from the divorce. But her visit stirred his family. His mother called, pressuring a reconciliation. Think of your legacy, she urged. Torn between duty and desire, Alex withdrew, canceling our meetings. I need space, he said, his voice cracking. Alone, I grappled with emotions. Friends advised moving on. He's not out, Ethan. It'll only hurt. But logic warred with feeling. In a city of millions, why him? The drama intensified at a company retreat in the Hamptons. Forced proximity, team-building exercises that paired us. During a bonfire, alcohol flowed, echoes of that fateful night. As others retired, we lingered. I can't keep pretending, Alex whispered. Under starlight, he kissed me, brief, electric. But morning brought regret. This can't happen here, he said, eyes darting. Guilt consumed him, societal chains tightening. Back in the city, an ultimatum came. His father, a board member, demanded focus on business, hinting at scandals. Rumors could tank stocks, he warned. Alex faced a choice. Career or heart? I pushed back. Hiding isn't living. Debates turned heated, exposing rifts. My openness versus his caution, youth versus experience. A fight erupted. You're asking me to risk everything, he shouted. And you're willing to settle for shadows? I retorted. Reconciliation seemed impossible, but a crisis loomed. A major client deal hinged on Alex's image. Paparazzi, tipped off somehow, snapped us leaving a diner. Headlines screamed, Tech CEO's secret affair? The scandal exploded overnight. Tabloids dubbed it the Hale Heartbreak, speculating on Alex's sexuality with salacious glee. Stocks dipped 5%. Investors panicked. Board meetings turned interrogations. Is this true, Alexander? His father glared, embodying generations of rigid expectations. At home, I fielded calls from worried family. My sister, is he worth the drama? Friends divided, some cheered the potential outing, others decried the invasion. Social media buzzed with debates. Was forced outing ethical? Did power dynamics invalidate consent? I scrolled through comments, a mix of support and vitriol. Predatory employee, one said. Brave love story, another countered. Alex went radio silent, holing up in his penthouse. I respected the space, but agony built. Work became unbearable. Resignations threatened. Morale plummeted. Mia pulled me aside. Fight for it, Ethan, or let go. Desperate, I showed up at his door. He looked haggard, unshaven. They want me to deny everything, he said. Issue a statement. It was a misunderstanding. My chest tightened. And us? He hesitated. I don't know if I can do this publicly. The conversation delved deep. He revealed childhood pressures. A conservative upbringing, where deviation meant disownment. I admired men, but buried it, he confessed. You awakened that. Tears fell, his first vulnerability fully exposed. I held him, whispering assurances, but doubt lingered. Was love enough against societal backlash? We decided on discretion, but fate intervened. Laura leaked more, old emails implying Alex's confusion. The press hounded us. Protests formed outside the office. LGBTQ plus groups rallied for authenticity. Conservatives boycotted the app. In the chaos, a silver lining. Allies emerged. Board members sympathetic to diversity pushed back. A viral op-ed defended us. Love isn't a scandal. But costs mounted, clients wavered, family ties strained. Alex's turning point came at a family dinner. His mother, tearful. We love you, but think of the grandchildren. He snapped. What about my happiness? Storming out, he called me. I'm done hiding. We met in a quiet Brooklyn park, away from prying eyes. I choose you, he said, pulling me close. But joy was tempered, resignations followed, including his father's. The company restructured, Alex stepping down as CEO to COO. A demotion but a fresh start. As we navigated the fallout, personal growth ensued. Therapy helped Alex process his identity. I learned patience. Dates turned public. Hand-holding in Soho drawing stares, but also smiles. Society's mirror reflected progress and prejudice. Yet, conflicts persisted. At a Pride event, we faced hecklers. Corporate sellout. Inside the community, debates raged. Was our story inspirational or problematic due to the boss-employee dynamic? I questioned my role. Enabler or catalyst? A major twist. An internal investigation revealed the anonymous email originator. A jealous VP, ousted for sabotage. Vindication, but scars remained. Alex proposed therapy together, strengthening bonds. As months passed, normalcy crept in. We moved in together, a cozy loft in Chelsea. Work stabilized under new leadership, but whispers of nepotism lingered, testing resilience. With stability came deeper challenges. Alex's family reconciliation attempts faltered. Holidays alone, pointed silences. My own kin warmed slowly, but cultural clashes arose. My Hispanic roots emphasized family, clashing with his WASP restraint. Socially, we navigated minefields. Dinner parties where friends grilled Alex. When did you know? He handled gracefully, but exhaustion showed. A viral podcast invited us. Share our story? We debated. Exposure versus privacy. It could help others, I argued. Or invite more hate, he countered. We went on, the episode sparking nationwide discussion. Calls flooded. Young professionals in closets, seeking advice. But backlash to death threats, doxing. Security tightened. Paranoia returned. Professionally, I thrived, promoted on merit but doubts nagged. Earned or influenced. Alex encouraged independence. Prove them wrong. I did, leading a groundbreaking app update. Intimacy deepened emotionally. Shared dreams, vulnerabilities. But external pressures tested. A former flame of mine resurfaced, stirring jealousy. He was out and proud. Alex admitted insecurity. Arguments flared. Am I enough? Reassurances followed. Bonds forging stronger. A pivotal conflict. Alex's high school reunion. Old friends, unaware, assumed heteronormativity. Bring a date, they joked. He brought me introductions tense. Whispers. Didn't see that coming. One confrontation. A buddy's homophobic slur. Alex defended fiercely, cutting ties. Empowerment but loss. Back home, we reflected. Society's evolving, but slowly, he said. Progress. Marriage equality, but discrimination persisted in subtler forms. Job biases, family estrangements. Our story inspired a book deal offer. Anonymous memoir? We declined, valuing peace. Instead, we volunteered at LGBTQ+ centers mentoring youth. Fulfillment bloomed, purpose amid pain. Yet, a final twist loomed. Alex's health scare. A stress-induced panic attack, hospitalized. Doctors advised slowdown. This life, constant scrutiny. It's killing me, he confessed. Relocation whispers. Leave New York for quieter shores. I resisted. This is home. Debates intensified. City vibrancy versus serenity. Compromise. A weekend home in Connecticut. As we healed, love solidified. Anniversaries marked not the confession, but the choice to fight. Years blended, our relationship a testament to resilience. Alex fully embraced his identity, attending pride parades hand in hand. Family mended partially. His mother visited, awkward but genuine. My familia hosted barbecues, blending cultures. Professionally, we branched out, starting a nonprofit for queer professionals, addressing workplace discrimination. Success stories poured in, validating struggles. But reflections brought questions. Had the drunken confession been a catalyst for change, or a reckless spark igniting unnecessary fire? Society debated similar tales, outings, power imbalances, fueling forums. In quiet moments, we pondered paths not taken. If silent, would Alex remain closeted? I unfulfilled? Or safer? Unscathed? Life moved forward. Adopting a dog, travels to accepting havens. Yet, echoes of conflict lingered, reminders of battles won and ongoing. As we sat on our balcony, city lights twinkling, Alex turned, "No regrets." I smiled but wondered, was the accidental confession ultimately a blessing in disguise, or a needless complication that society forced into drama?